everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a kind of like review and a wear test on the Missha Magic Cushion. I have the moisture version. There might be a couple different versions of this. It's been a while since I bought it, but I used it quite a few months ago, kind of on and off, but I wanted to give it another try, and this pack actually comes with a refill, so I'd kind of used up the other one, and now I'm using the fresh new one. I got mine from sweetkorea.com, and it was about, I think it was like $13.43 or something for the price, and that was for the compact, the actual cushion foundation and a sponge, and then a refill sponge and a refill little cushion. So for $13, and you basically get two of the product, I thought that was a really fair price. And this is also the third Korean cushion foundation that I have tried. I've made videos on the other ones as well in case you guys are interested in seeing those. I'll have them linked below or in a card here. So the other ones I've already reviewed is the Etude Air Fit cushion and the Etude House Any cushion. This one is like so pretty with the holographic label. So these are the only three cushions I have tried, and like I said, I have videos covering these if you are interested in those. So this one has SPF 50 as well, and this one is in the color number 21. With a lot of Korean like foundation products, there are typically 2 to 3 colors. Usually there's like 21 and 23, and then in some products there will be like color 13, which is kind of random, but I use the color 21, and I think it's a pretty close match for me. In all of my foundation Korean products I've ever gotten, I've always gotten either 13 and 21, and those just seem to match me the best. So now we'll get into the demo portion of this video. Usually I would use something more like a luminous primer because I like to kind of give my skin a little bit of a glow, but I don't want to interfere with like the actual finish of the product, so I'm just going to use my Halaka Sweet Cotton Pore Cover base. This one is just like a tinted skin tone one, but it doesn't really actually give that much coverage. And I'm gonna just apply this all over my face. You can see it has a tiny bit of tinting, but it really doesn't add too much coverage. Okay, so first I'm going to apply it just to this side of my face, just so you can kind of see a real time before and after. So I always find that I like cushion foundations in general when they're like brand new, but sometimes whenever they start to kind of dry out, I'm just not a huge fan of them. So for this I wanted to get a brand new refill for my cushion. That way I can give it its best chance. So I'm just going to go and apply this. I find that sometimes cushion foundations take me a little bit longer to apply just because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have to build up the coverage a little bit more. Okay, so here it is with it only applied to this side. You can see it really matches my skin pretty well. This one is color number 21. So with it on this side, I feel like the coverage of it is not, it's not bad. It's definitely more of like a lighter coverage. I feel like it definitely canceled out a bit of redness to my skin. But there's still some you can see here. So this is with it applied all over my face. So I think you can definitely tell it really does even out the skin a lot. I will zoom in a little bit so you can see my skin up close. It obviously looks like a lot better in this nice lighting. Far away, it looks fine, but I will show you guys what it looks like up close. So this is what it looks like up close. You can see it creases a lot under the eyes. So I couldn't get away with using this as like a concealer, especially without setting it in any way. I think you can see in the lids as well, it creases a lot. So this is what it looks like all together with all of my makeup on. I really like my makeup today. It turned out pretty cool. So off the top of my head, I can't remember the exact prices of how much I paid for all of these, but this one was around $5 or $6. I think I got this one from Rose Shop. This one, the Etude House one, I believe was around $12 to $13. And then of course the Missha one was like $13.40-ish, like I said, but that one comes with 2 cushions. So it's kind of like getting them for like, you know, $6, $7 a piece. So my thoughts on this, I definitely like how thin it feels. It doesn't feel super cakey or thick on the skin, which is nice. However, it never truly seems to feel like it sets or will, like, you know, kind of dry down a bit. It always just kind of has this, you know, kind of not wet, but, you know, just not dry feeling. I feel like I cannot touch my face. Like if I were to lean on my hand or like talk on the phone or something, I feel like 100% the foundation would move around a little bit. So whenever I'm wearing cushion foundations, I just have to be super aware of not touching my skin and not leaning on things and stuff like that. But I found that to be true with all three of these cushions that I have tried. I have yet to find one that really seems to give super great coverage but then also not kind of budge. I would have to say for me, this is kind of like a light kind of medium coverage foundation. I would definitely say it's closer to light than medium. And when it comes to building it, you can build it up a little bit, but what I find is, again, going back to, since it's like so moisturizing and it's a little bit on the wetter side, I find that it's hard to kind of build it up because the product that's already there just kind of like will move around as well. It's not like you can do a layer, let it dry, and then do another layer, because like I said, it never really dries. So if you are someone who doesn't have a whole lot of acne or problem areas, or just in general a lot of things to cover up, if you're just looking for something really light, I feel like this would be a pretty good, you know, solution for that if you don't want a super thick coverage mask type of foundation. I do have to say, if I was gonna rank this cushion out of the 3 foundation cushions that I have tried, it has been my favorite, especially since the price of it was pretty good. Second, I would have to rank the Etude Airfit one. So first, second, and then third, I would have to rank the Etude one. This one I found was the most unsetting of them all. It just really had the most kind of wet feeling on the skin. So I've already had this foundation on for about an hour while I was like doing my makeup. I just kind of really took my time today. So it's already been on for about an hour, and I'll probably do maybe some check-ins, but most likely I will just show you what it looks like at the end of the night. So the bottom line, do I like the product or not? So for this one, I do have to say overall, cushion foundations are not my favorite, just because I do like foundations that will cover a lot and foundations that will set a little bit more. I don't mind if I'm just kind of going for a really light kind of makeup day, then, you know, it's okay. But if I'm doing like a super glam kind of look, I just like the traditional kind of liquid foundations more. But I don't dislike this product. And like I said, it's definitely my favorite out of the other 3 cushions that I have tried. So overall, I don't think that I would repurchase this cushion necessarily. I might try the different versions of this one and see if I like those more. And then of course, there's always a million cushion foundations to try. So I don't necessarily see myself repurchasing this one, but I don't think it was the worst one I've ever tried. And I would recommend it if you are a person who either knows you like cushion foundations and you're looking for one that's a little less expensive. I think this one comes out to be a really great price, especially since you do get the refill included in it. So it's like getting 2 of them for $6 each, you know? So I think the price wise, it's great. So that is pretty much it for this cushion review video. Let me know if there's any other cushion foundations you guys want me to test out. I'm always up for testing more, so let me know if there's any you want me to try that are not ungodly expensive, and I might try it out and let you guys know what I think about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.